because it's like, how the fuck? Now, granted, Trump was talking about tariffs, and that's a good idea on paper. If you're gonna put tariffs on things, you're gonna subsidize the industries that those tariffs are alluding to. Use the cost of manufacturing that good. Like, for example, one thing that this actually worked very well, and then they basically just stupidly lowered the cost of manufacturing corn, so it's like stupidly cheap to manufacture corn now. And because of that, that made the price of corn, not just to manufacture but also to buy for the consumer, very, very low. That's why corn is so cheap.
Fair warning,
right?
Just
so,
for lights. Just lights ban
so
everything.
She has those ever-ahead attacks.
In American society, we need to do that with more things. That's honestly the answer. Is that we need to do that with.
Pretty good.
We need to do the same thing we did with corn to a lot more industries that aren't already doing that. We need to do that to industries that aren't already doing that, so that it becomes cheaper for not just the companies but for everybody. Right? We need to subsidize stuff.
This up so I got my
that's honestly the answer, is to not just the tariffs. The tariffs are good, but they're only good if you subsidize. And if you subsidize and you do it really well, you know, you could have, you know, the same phenomenon that happened to corn all across the board if you do it with the industries that are really right now, which is most of them.
We gotta hold on.
But this is what needs to happen, and I think Trump. I don't like Trump, but I think he may have some understanding of how this stuff works. I'm just hoping that he isn't a complete dumbass with all of that, because if he's not a complete dumbass with all of that, he might actually help the economy. But if he is a dumbass with all of that, then
if
obviously
anyone
he's gonna
is
fuck
watching,
it up.
we're gonna talk about Trump being a dumbass today, I guess. All right.
I'm just saying that. What I'm saying is I'm just saying these are the questions that need to be asked, and these are the things that we need to consider. Right? These are the things we need to consider if we're going to make an effort in any way to improve the economy. These are one of the things that we can do, right? If we want to cut costs in an effective way and not fuck up our industries.
Yeah.
And
but
that's not
we gotta stop having this conversation.
That's not just a Trump thing. That's just a general thing. That's just how things work. Right, but I'm saying, I said Trump.
I'm streaming right now.
What? Oh, because it's politics? Okay, well, who gives a fuck if somebody thinks something differently? That's just their opinion. It don't matter at the end of the day. I'm just saying that the cost of living, right, that's what needs to happen. Like, I don't give a fuck what pattern we can't talk about it. It's just, I'm just saying that this is how industry works, at least in one facet, at least. But this is basically what it is.
Wait, I want to try something.
I'm sorry, I just like to have deep conversations, man. It's also, I would say it's probably good for the stream anyway, because you get people talking. Like, it don't matter. Like, I don't really care what anybody thinks. Like, that's just you think whatever you think. Like, I'm not gonna think of you differently just because you like or dislike Trump or whatever the fuck. It don't matter. But
shit.
my point at the end of the day has nothing to do with Trump, except for that this is maybe something you should think about. But other than that, it has nothing to do with Trump. It's just how things work.
I almost got fucked up.
I should also say that I am not an expert in any of this. Just a forewarning. There could be a lot more to it that I don't know. I'm just saying what I do know.
Zone A.
Yeah.
And you did.
You lost Zone C.
Fuck it, I'm just gonna get on horde mode. I'll be right back though.
Watch out.
Lost.
Back up. There you go.
Are these level 1 bots?
You
They're
captured
just
Zone
bots,
C.
dude. I just threw a Dominion together.
Oh, okay.
I didn't feel like doing a player match right now.
Yeah, it's
Enemy team is breaking.
So stop. No. Let's stop doing that. Okay.
Done, McLaren.
Alright, let's do
Offense
this.
stance is this, and then you can do.
Would not be looking for a
Let me
fucking
grab.
place to rent, you dumbasses.
Damn, mom.
Oh.
You tell him.
Alright, I'm back.
What's wrong with my streams tonight?
Right, so,
Oh yeah, everyone's downloading shit right now.
example would be, another example of subsidized industries and subsidized, like, things that cut the cost and are actually beneficial for the company, or for the country, right? An example outside the US would be, Japan has subsidized a lot of foreigners coming over to do work over there, and the U.S. has done this in extent, right?
Yeah.
But they've done it a lot more than the U.S. has, even though they're very phobic of foreigners in their culture. But regardless, they have subsidized that, so they actually want foreigners to come over to Japan for work, and that's why the cost of living for people coming in, like foreigners coming in to Japan for work, is so cheap. It's a very, very cheap cost of living there. In general, the cost of living is subsidized heavily as well, but in general, that actually helps
All right, we're
industry
doing it.
over there a lot, because it means that workers tend to worry about very, very, very high costs of moving and very high costs of living over there.
You'll be alright.
They can just cheap out on the way that they live,
be good.
and they'll still have all the, you know what I mean? And they can get good jobs, right? We need to do that a bit more here, and we need to do that a bit more as well for the American people too. Which is the bigger issue. We need to do that for the American people. We need to subsidize cost of living a lot more, and you know, like all the important shit for the cost of living, we need to subsidize a lot of that the costs go down. But that's a good example, is Japan subsidizing you know, like places for people to live over there that aren't from there. Obviously, you probably have to go through the whole process of getting citizenship and all that, but or at least you know, do it in like all the paperwork shit, but it's subsidized, so it's very low cost. So that's a lot of the reason that you'll have a lot of Americans going over to Japan if they get a job over there and need to relocate. They will absolutely do it because it's cheap. You know, I mean, the cost of living for that over there is probably way cheaper than the cost of doing that over here in America. Like, somebody trying to come over here for work is probably way more expensive than going over to Japan for work. Or, I mean, sorry. Coming to America is probably, for work, is probably more expensive than going to Japan for work, I meant to say. Huh? Oh, yeah, they do. Well, that's a cultural thing, because you gotta understand, obviously, in their culture, it's a well-known thing that they want you to be the very best at what you do. That's a big thing in their culture. And that's, to a point, that's a good thing. But yeah, they will work you to the fucking bone. To the fucking bone. Like, way more than they do here. But you might, proportionally to the economy, maybe be paid better. And I mean, a lot of things are subsidized in their economy. So cost of living and all that is cheap. So even if you aren't paid like a great amount, you can still cheap out on shit enough where it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? As much as it does here.
Alrighty, but we understand all that political shit, like how bad it is, but we should definitely stop talking about it, because he is streaming and we need to chill out on any and all the political shit.
It's not opinionated, it's just facts, bro. It don't matter. It don't give a fuck if somebody else is gonna get mad over a fact. Like, it don't matter. I'm just having why are you making it like, oh, you have to stop talking about it because I'm streaming? Like, what does it matter? If I said anything that was really intentionally hurting somebody's feelings, that would be different. But
I fucking asked you 3 times, dude.
Economics, it's a conversation about economics. It's not a conversation about this political person's better or whatever the fuck. It don't matter. What matters is that it's a conversation with friends about something, and it's based around truth. It's based around facts, and that's what matters. And it don't. I mean, if somebody else is gonna get butthurt that something's true, like, why do you care? You know, like, I get it. Like, I get it, but what I don't get is how this is offensive to anybody, for one, and for two, why are you so scared about saying it on stream if it's not going to offend anybody? And if it does, then they're clearly just not listening to, you know what I mean? Like if it does, then obviously this person can't think outside of this person bad because they don't agree with me, and you know what I mean? Like, why do you care about that as much? I'm just curious.
It's not even that.
It would be completely different. It would be completely different if we were talking about opinions about political opponents. That would be a completely different discussion. But we're not talking about that. We're just talking about economics. So why is it a no-no in your stream,
Because I don't care about economics, dude. I rightly don't.
Okay, whatever. Then the fuck ever, bro. Come on. I can't even have a discussion with you. The fuck?
The fuck? Come on, man. It's not like that. It's just been going on file. We know.
I'm sorry for fucking wanting to have an intelligent conversation, for fuck's sake. Jesus.
No, you're fine. It just lasted longer than...
Okay, well, then bring up something fucking else. I don't care.
Already, where are you in the game right now?
I mean, what the fuck else am I gonna fucking do if you're not playing the same damn game as me? What? Who am I gonna play with if I'm not playing with the guy? You know, this is what I'm saying. If you don't want me talking about some random shit, then play the fucking same game as me. You know, like, and if you're not playing the same game as me, then what am I gonna do? Play with some random? No, I'd rather not play with some random who's probably just gonna randomly kill me. I'd rather play with my fucking friends that are actually going to respect me. So, are you gonna play with me? Or am I going to leave the party?
I'm down.
Cause, like, if you didn't want me rambling about some random shit, then maybe you should have thought about playing with me. Like, I'm sorry, but that's how it works. Like, what else am I gonna do? I'm gonna have some random thought or whatever if you're not gonna play with me in the same game.
The thing is, dude, is you're doing the same shit that I was doing to you right now.
What do you mean?
I've told you 18 million times I do not have that game. And I do not have the money to buy that game. And yet you're still trying to get me on that game.
Okay.
I don't have
other people in the
right
party have the game. It doesn't have to be you.
God,
it could be somebody else that has the game in the party, right? But they won't.
You're gonna hop on Tumble, guys.
Alright.
I'm gonna finish this game.
I've been out of work since 3, home since 4, and it's fucking 7 now. Still haven't found anybody to fucking play the same game with. That's what I'm saying. It gets a little frustrating when that happens.
Yeah.
You lost to Zone C. You captured Zone A.
Hey, I got all 4 of them on me, guys. Never mind.
Yeah, we're here.
Like, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be a dickhead. I'm just frustrated I have nobody to play with after a fucking long day at work.
I get you.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, there's a hot.
Go to A. They're all sitting at C. They're not
I'm gonna
good.
start the,
Split them up.
you guys. I invited Betty, and I can't invite you because I'm not fucking Epic Friends or whatever the fuck. So, Betty, do you wanna join in? Fighter?
Yeah, same here.
Alright. I'll just sit in the lobby until you guys join.
Alright. Hey, bud, do you want to join us?
I don't have any of the games, so.
Oh, I understand if you don't want to, but also it is a free game that you can play.
And it's also a really small download, like the tiniest download.
Oh my god.
Ah!
You
that
cheating
little bitch.
bastard.
Alright, bad.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be a dickhead there. But
You're fine, dude. I ain't worried about it. But this bitch right here needs to get out of my spawn. Oh my lord. And I'm dead. 0 and 4. Come on. I fought them 4v1, almost killed all of them, and now I'm slaughtered. And I gotta quit my stream now.